Hey, guess what? We scored free pie today. We're out with a couple of our viewers. This is Rick and Evonne Fee,
Yep.
and they're here visiting us here in our town. They brought their Aliner with them. They were so nice. They took us out for pie, and it was really, really good. But I asked them if we could have a look at their outfit, and if they would tell us a little bit about themselves, why they're on the road, and how they do it. And just to get another feel for how other people live this life of just doing road trips and getting out and adventuring and having fun. Well, Rick and Evonne, where are you guys from?
Illinois.
From northern Illinois,
What
northeastern Lake County, Illinois.
How long you guys been on the road?
We've been on the road for 7 days. We left last Sunday. We left Sunday morning. We took 2 days driving out to Glacier, and then we spent 4 full days at Glacier. We stayed at St. Mary's, and we're coming back home, and we thought we'd buy some pie for Rick and Linda.
Well, we sure do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to get you guys to show us your trailer, of course, because, you know, everybody's interested in different kinds of outfits, and the Aliner seems to be a popular one, so we'll go take a look at that. Are you retired now?
Yes, I'm retired.
And Evonne, you too?
No.
You're still working?
I watch our grandkids.
Oh, that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
That's a job.
Yeah, it is.
She watches me too.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing longer trips, and have you guys done longer trips?
Yeah, we have done longer trips. We've been out for about 7 weeks. That was probably our longest trip. We went out to Colorado for a couple weeks. We hit Telluride, and then we're going to do Utah, but Utah was too hot at the time.
Were you just traveling you know, on a day-by-day basis? Did you have it all planned out, or what were you doing?
Yeah, we had it vaguely planned out. We kind of knew our destinations beforehand. We kind of made a general itinerary, but we are very flexible, so we changed by, you know, whatever the weather brings. We try to stay in cooler climates and not have to use electricity. We have solar if we need it, but you can't really use the air conditioner in solar, so we try to aim for the cooler areas and try to plan that way. We
do kind of the same thing. We don't have air conditioning, but we plan the trip for, you know, to change the elevations to make it so that it, you know, so we don't need air conditioning. Right. It gets too hot, we just look for higher elevations, and most of the time that works pretty good. Yeah. Out west here, and you can't do that back east, but
no.
You know.
It depends on where you go. If you're going out west, you can kind of wing it and just pick the higher elevations and stay off. You know, stay out of the valleys where it's hot, and then. But if you're going to other places like Florida or maybe Canada or out east, you have to plan it a little bit better.
You know, I joke, but it's an old sailor's adage: method of navigation. If it gets too cold, turn around.
Yeah, right.
So, how long you guys had your Aliner?
We bought it in 2019.
Did you buy it new, or?
Yes, we bought it brand new.
Cool. And are you liking it?
Oh, we love it.
Love it.
Is there anything that you would change on it?
I think that the air conditioner. The air conditioners on A-liners don't last too long because they hang off the side.
Oh, okay.
And we hardly use air conditioning because we're camping at higher elevations or we stay out of the hot weather.
Okay.
So I think after this trip, I think because I quit, and we haven't used it in a year anyways. When we did use it, we used it sporadically. I think when we get home, we're going to take it off and just put a door there, and then probably buy a portable air conditioner that you can use if you have shore power. If you plug it in. And then I think that's the best way to do it. Well, let's go get a look at your trailer. Okay. And also we'll get a look at that air conditioner. I want to point that out. We'll just kind of get a look at what you're talking about there. Yeah, let's go get a look at your outfit. Okay. Well, come on in and check it out. Okay. Yeah, so... who's this? Oh, this is Mandy. This is our travel cat. Hello, Mandy. And she comes with us everywhere. Hi. Yeah, we don't want to leave her at home much. She's getting too old. How old is she? She's 16. Yep. Pretty spoiled.
That's cats are supposed to be spoiled, and if you don't spoil them, they'll just demand that you do.
That's right. Yeah, they'll get your attention somehow.
Yeah, exactly. A nice cat.
So what we have here is this is the queen bed. They say it's a queen, but it's not really a queen size. It's large enough for 2 people, but we found that it's kind of small for us. And so what we do is we set this up, and then we set this dinette area up for another sleeper.
And then that makes it so you each have your own very comfortable bunk.
That's right, yeah. And
Nice.
So you were asking me about things that we don't like about the A-liner. There is when they sell you it, they just give you the basic cushion to sleep on, and they kind of push that as something very comfortable, but it's not. So I've got 2 memory foams on this thing.
Well, have you ever
I've got-
watched RV Miles?
No, I haven't seen that.
Well, he made a comment. He says, when you buy an RV, he says the mattress that comes with it is just a placeholder.
Yeah,
He says that's the first thing you got to get rid of.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Yep.
And what about ventilation in here?
We've got the top fan here. What do they call these, magic fans or something?
Oh, those are nice though, because they really move a lot of air.
Oh yeah. So that's 1, and I can crank it up to 4. And
Yeah, that's good.
the battery will take it all night.
Well, what do you have for electrical on the trailer?
Oh, so we have a 12-volt lead acid battery.
Now, are you using any solar?
Yes, we do use solar. When we're off grid, we use 100-watt solar just to charge it, and that's more than sufficient to keep it charged for a couple hours.
Is that
Or to charge in a couple hours?
and is that a portable panel or one that you have mounted on the trailer?
Yeah, it's no, it's a portable panel. It's something we picked up at Harbor Freight. It's just a rigid, and we were kind of looking at the panels you were showing. I think there's EcoFlow's got a panel that absorbs sunlight from the back and the front, and it seems like a lot more efficient. And so what we're going to eventually do, I think after this season, I think we're going to put in 2 lithium iron phosphate batteries in one of these holes underneath the bed, and put a door on the outside to access it, and use that for the house battery. And that way we could store a lot more energy, and possibly if we have the right setup, we can get an inverter and use that mobile air conditioner for a few hours at night if it's too hot.
Yeah, and those lithium batteries have come way down in price from what they were even 2 years ago. They're half as much as they were. It was a hard time finding a lithium iron phosphate battery for under $900, and now I'm seeing them for under $400. So they're definitely the way to go. That sounds like a lot of money, but they'll outlast a lead acid battery by like 10 times. So it's actually very economical.
Yeah, the prices have come down quite a lot, and the quality seems to have gone up quite a lot. So for half the price of what you were paying a few years ago, you're getting double the energy plus a better quality batteries.
Oh, this is the AC you were talking about. That's a house air conditioner.
Right. Yep.
Well, they're pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, they're inexpensive. The only issue with it is the way it's set up. It hangs out the outside, and so when you're traveling down the road, it's just constantly vibrated, and then that's what I have heard causes the failure in these things. So the relatively cheap air conditioners, we could replace it, probably for $200 or $300. But I think a better option would just to put a storage door on it, and then bring a portable air conditioner, and then kind of put the hoses out. You can get a dual hose portable air conditioner and just put the hoses out the side when you need it.
Well, you have a decent amount of floor space, and you've got a decent amount of headroom, so it feels kind of big in here. It's actually not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm 6'5". I'm not 6. I'm 5'10", and I can actually, stretch out like this and touch the sides and almost touch the top. Yeah. So it's large in here.
And it sure goes up easy.
Oh, it goes up easy.
What about your galley setup?
Oh yeah, we just a 2-burner stove, and it works. Most of the time we just use the portable stove out on a picnic table.
Yep.
But occasionally it'll be raining or whatever, or cold out, and then we use the indoor setup.
And you got a refrigerator underneath?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's a Dometic battery, 12 volt, 120 volt, and propane. So
a 3-way.
Yeah, 3-way. So
those aren't cheap.
they're not cheap.
No, if you have to replace that, that's not cheap.
Yeah. Well, if I had to replace it, I think I would just get one of those newer coolers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of slide it in there. But it seems to be working fine for now. We just use propane on it. You know, we use it when we're like boondocking or whatever and just kind of turn on the propane. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I'm happy with that. Yep. The first year we found out you kind of have there's kind of no room to put your clothes and stuff other than underneath. And you don't always want to be going underneath the bed and stuff like that. So if for your everyday clothes or your medicines and stuff like that, we built this shelf, and it actually hangs on these shower curtain rods. And we just pick it up like this.
Oh, I see. Those poles come down.
Yeah, yeah. We kind of got this idea from Slim Potato Head because he actually had poles put up to hold the sides while it's windy.
Gotcha.
So then I started thinking, well, why don't we hang a shelf on it for extra, storage? And then when we're traveling, we just keep this shelf down here, but it creates more storage, like twice as much storage as what you have without it.
How about the insulation when you do try to heat it or cool it?
Oh, yeah, the insulation, the walls are thick and sturdy, and everything's solidly built in this camper. The only problems you might have are in these gaps here, where you might have to. Another idea from Slim was to put pool noodles in there, but we've done that maybe 3 times since we've had it. We really haven't needed. It's kind of nice to get the air coming in, while you're sleeping instead of kind of boxing everything in so tight.
Oh, I hear you.
So
you don't want to seal it.
Yeah, and last year I camped up in Upper Michigan. I was in January or something like that, and it was like 20 degrees, and I didn't use the pool noodles. I just, I like to sleep when it's cold anyways. So only when I got up, I turned the heater on, and within 3 minutes, it was probably 55, 60 degrees in here. So. And
you have a regular propane furnace in here?
Propane furnace, yep. The other thing is we really don't use the sink.
How much water you got on the trailer?
There's 11 gallons, and lately we haven't even used the water. We just basically we do most of our cooking on the picnic table of wherever we're camping. So we don't use the sink very much. So I'm thinking about taking this out and maybe creating a hatch here where you can make it kind of a garbage door or something. Now that we've had it for 4 years, I feel better about modifying it. So it's been well used. We've got over 30,000 miles on it. So
just kind of make it your own.
Yep. Now we can do that.
So everybody's going to want to know, what are you using for a toilet?
Yeah. So when we're boondocking, what we do is we set up it's a shower tent that you can buy for $50. We use this. It's a Dick's Special, basically just a portable toilet.
Oh, okay. It's a cassette toilet.
A cassette toilet.
Oh,
And,
yeah. They work all right.
Yeah. So then I got I kind of modified this plastic bin here.
Sure.
It's not lining up because I've got this stuff over here. Kind of keep it sanitary so it doesn't smell in here. And
we used one of those for years, and we didn't have a problem with it. You have to empty them out more frequently than we do with a compost toilet, but they work all right.
Yeah.
And they're fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, for the time that we camp, we're only out for maybe a week at a time, or maybe 2 weeks. So, and they're pretty easily maintained.
Well, I can't help but notice that it says off-road on it, and also I notice it's got tremendously high ground clearance. That's really good.
Yeah, it's worked out well for going off-road. Not that we have high clearance on the Cherokee Latitude. I think we probably have about 6 inches on that Latitude, but for trailing behind us on the trails, if the trails aren't too bad, this has worked out well for coming around corners and going over humps and stuff like that. So.
Well, you've got more ground clearance than I've got. I think I've got 17 inches. That's more than what I've got, and we seldom ever touch, even the places we go. So I think you're doing pretty well here.
It's a good trailer. I mean, it's very good. I think they might actually make most of them this way. I'm not quite sure, but they should be making them this way because that's what people want to use these for. They want to get off-road with these things.
Yeah.
A lot of people. So.
And what kind of axle is that?
That's a torsion axle.
Okay, so it's got the torsion arms on it. They ride better than the leaf springs, I know that.
Yep. With this Jeep Cherokee, we don't get any sway with it or anything. Of course, it's very light. Maybe we max out at 2,000 or 2,500 pounds with the trailer. And pulling it with this Jeep Cherokee Latitude, we're consistently getting 22 miles to the gallon.
No, you're kidding me.
22 miles a gallon. It's got a V6, a 2015 Cherokee.
How's it do on the mountain passes?
Power-wise, there's no issue with it because it's so light.
Yeah.
And the V6 handles it well.
I wish I got that kind of mileage,
Yeah.
but you know, your trailer folds down nice and flat.
Yes.
My trailer, because of the wind resistance.
Yes, wind resistance.
People think it's the load. It's not so much the load,
No.
the weight, it's the wind resistance.
Yeah,
So
we're really happy with it. We're happy.
It tows well then.
It tows well, very well, yep.
Okay, but there's one thing I got to tell you. If he was to hook up my trailer to his car, he'd be getting about 13 miles to the gallon. That's the difference that the wind makes on your outfit, no matter what you're towing. So towing this nice collapsible trailer like this makes all the difference in the world. With my trailer, I know for a fact from experience that his mileage would drop in half.
So, Rick, Evonne, do you guys plan to go full-time at any time in the future or sooner than that? Or
We hope so. Like maybe in a few years when our grandkids are grown up and everything.
yeah, those darn grandkids.
Yeah.
Same thing for us.
You know, you can't have everything, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see them on the road somewhere. You guys look out for them.
Maybe.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed meeting Rick and Evonne. And hope you like the tour of their outfit. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye.